Ooh. Yeah, let's talk about it. All right, guys, this is Chris back with another episode. You already know what we're going to talk about. Like, you've seen the conversation, you've heard the reports. Unless you're sleeping under a rock, Tesla has done a refresh of the car that I have, which is the Tesla Model S and the X. And boy, did they make some changes that make you go, are you serious right now? So, you know, I've done a video before. I'll put a link above of just kind of my car tour and just, you know, some of the different things that I love about Tesla. But it's kind of funny. I waited a few, you know, I guess a day and a half or so to kind of provide my reaction, because I wanted to see, like, were people seeing it the way I did? And sure enough, there was some things that were really noticeable that I think we should all kind of point out. And let's be real, it's very Tesla-like to wait until all of the conversations that, you know, CES and all the other car companies did their little announcements about what cars are coming, and Tesla decides, you know what, we're just gonna drop the refresh and just let y'all know, like, yeah, we still about 5 steps ahead of y'all. So let's just start with just by looking at the website. And again, all we have is pictures right now, so we don't have like a whole lot to go off of. But Tesla typically tries to stay true to form while pushing the boundaries of a lot of things that they do. So on the website, there are clearly some small tweaks to the exterior of the new Model S, which is available right now for sale and will be home in your garage by March. Now, I have a Tesla P100D. That sort of language and all those different things are going away. This is called the P Performance 100 Battery D. So, you know, that language is going away. But I will tell you this, what's interesting about this new one that they have. So they have the Model S that is available. When you look at the pictures, there's small things that I noticed. Number one, no more chrome. That is all gone, all chromed out, delete. New, you know, wheel patterns. I'm not a fan. I love the arachnids. I love what I have on mine. Not really a fan of some of these newer ones, but hey, it is what it is. And then the face got a lift. Yeah, so some of the car accessory companies have done a very good job of, you know, if you wanted to buy a completely different face for your car and have it replaced, the bumper, all of that, well, guess what? There are companies out here who specialize in Tesla modification equipment that you can add to. You know, I'll link a few down in the description below. I've even used some. My steering wheel came from RPM Tesla Ride. There's a ton of different companies out there, but they got a facelift and it's really nice, very sleek bottom bumper, which I think is a really dope look. But here's what's kind of crazy. These specs have gotten interesting. You decide to just go with the long range. That's all that's available now, is just long range. 412 miles in as far as the battery range is concerned. It's pretty good. 155 miles at top speed in 3.1 seconds to 0 to 60. Not a bad car. Now, of course, we'd be foolish to not talk about what's underneath the long range, which is the Plaid version. When you click on the Plaid version, it goes down to 390 in range, 200 miles an hour, and 1.99 seconds, which is awesome. That's the Plaid edition. But then, of course, you know, something crazy that will be interesting to see out on the streets is the Plaid Plus. 520 plus miles of battery range. Wow. 200 mile an hour top speed at 1.99 seconds and 0 to 60. This is a mini jet fighter just on 4 wheels. Now, Tesla kept some of their standard colors, the pearl white, your solid black, midnight silver metallic, deep blue metallic, and of course, my personal favorite, the red multicoat. The new wheel design that they have is called the Tempest wheels. I'm not a fan of that. I think it's probably just more about moving air so that you improve the efficiency of the car. I get it. I'm just not a fan of it. I like wheels. I like rims. 9 times out of 10, if I were to do this, I would get the 21-inch arachnid wheels. But let's just get to the conversation. Listen, let's just go ahead and get into it. The interior of this car has changed a lot. First, the design of the center console is absolutely insane. I love it. Looks great. Looks like you can hide a few things underneath there, which is pretty cool. And it is also hiding the cup holders, which I think is a nice look as well. Now, being a Tesla owner, one of the things that is obviously a draw is this huge, ridiculous screen that basically controls all of the functions of the car. But what you may not know if you don't own a Tesla is that the actual screen is slightly tilted towards the driver, obviously because you'll be doing most of the movement here in the car. They've totally changed the game with that. they decided to turn that bad boy horizontal and have it more pressed into the dash, as opposed to the way the current Model 3s are, where theirs is kind of sticking out and a lot smaller. The seats don't seem like too much of a difference, but can we talk about the steering wheel though? I mean, first of all, the top of the steering wheel is completely missing, and it looks like you're about to get into a plane. Now, again, this thing probably drives like a jet. I get it, but there's two things I'm thinking about: safety, and I'm also thinking about, as different of a drive as it is when you first get a Tesla anyway, to totally change. There's no stocks in order to be able to turn the signals, turn on your wipers, none of that. All of that is actually on the steering wheel in press format. Yeah, if you actually zoom into some of the pictures, you'll notice instead of having a left turn signal, right turn signal, one stock, it's actually a little button one above the other right there on your steering wheel, just like right now you have the volume buttons on your steering wheel of the current model of a Tesla. And it also looks like what they did was they made the tachometer, or the screen behind the steering wheel, very large. I actually like that, because you're noticing, if you watch CES and you saw what some of the other car companies are doing, it is about the screen real estate size, and they are taking up the, the whole top of the dash. I thought this is a good, nice look, clean look, only that Tesla could provide. Now, of course, you've got the full glass roof, which I actually have loved that feature. I have that currently in my Model S, and it is just, it's wonderful. Sun doesn't hurt you, and you can see directly out of it. It's really cool at night, as well as even much during the day. Now, I love music and I like sound. I like my music to be very loud when I'm driving. 22 different speakers are in the refresh. Good look, Tesla. But they also talked about the fact that it has noise canceling. So I'm interested to see, like, getting the car and actually, like, what do they mean by active noise canceling? What is that like? How does that work? And I'm sure it's all about deadening the sound, so you're just enjoying the drive, going forward. But man, that would be an interesting look. I would love to be able to see exactly how they pulled that off. The climate zone controls right there on the screen, which are pretty cool. 3 different zones, which I think is pretty cool. The seats definitely continue with the heated seats, the cooled seats, which I think is pretty dope. More importantly, I believe in a driving experience. I believe that it should be great, because you're gonna spend a lot of time in your car anyway. The fact that they've gone through these lengths to make that display a stand out of the car itself, but more importantly, the functionality of that thing. And guess what, y'all? The first versions might be a little buggy. I'm okay with that, because software updates improve my car. I absolutely love where Tesla's going with this. Now, what's also crazy, in the back seat, it looks like the seats are tilted back a little bit further slightly. They have a main display in the rear of the center console, which I think is dope. The kids can play games and all those other things. Now, it might be a little different depending on your size. I'm a tall guy, so it depends on, how you sit in a car. First of all, I would love to be able to sit in the back seat of my car while somebody's driving, but I think it's just going to be a cool look to have a secondary device with entertainment. Most people are used to headrests. Again, Tesla's always trying something different, so I like the fact that they're opening it up and trying something different and putting it down below in the rear center console. I'll be curious to see, can you control also the audio? So maybe the driver and passenger have one audio set, and maybe the passengers can have a secondary audio set. I think that would be pretty dope too. Now, this auto lane change thing seems impressive, because now what they've done is they've added even more functionality to the full self-driving. I'm a little afraid of it, I'm not gonna lie. I turn it on sparingly when I'm driving long distances. Maybe I'll turn it on then. But I will tell you, as a feature, I think it's great. I do say the downside though is, Tesla, you're charging now $10,000 for full self-driving. It's pretty steep, given the increase that full self-driving has had over the last 3 or 4 years in the price tag. However, I was having a conversation with a fellow EV owner, and one of the thoughts that they said, which I thought was a pretty cool idea, I don't know how true this is or not, but it would actually be cooler if Tesla decided to put full self-driving capability in all of their cars and made full self-driving just a subscription model. That would be great. The other great thing that I like about what they have here is the auto lane change. I see also navigating on autopilot, which I've done that. The auto park, okay, cool little feature there, and the summons feature. So all in all, I love what Tesla is doing, and I love where it's going, because I think pushing the envelope of what an electric vehicle can be, I think is important. The other thing though is, I will say this, for GM, Ford, Chrysler, kind of behind the 8 ball. I mean, no shot at them. Like, honestly, I can't wait until we see many different versions of electric vehicles on the road. I think the more the merrier, especially as a consumer. That means the prices go down on these things, and I think it's great. But, I want to see their manufacturing be able to scale. I want to see them putting out 2 or 3 different types, soon. I've seen some of the reports about it, 2040, all EV stuff. And I'm going, nah, I think we need to get moving fast. Overall, though, I love what Tesla's doing. I am going to wait before I look at getting a refresh Model S, mainly because I think there's going to be some things that need to get worked out, right? And they're going to improve over time. So in the meantime, if I have some friends of mine who get one, then I'm going to definitely be looking to do some video reviews there. You can see those right here on this channel. If you're looking to get one, my referral code will also be down at the bottom. Go ahead and use it. If you're looking to actually get a Tesla and you're going to you've been waiting on this time. They did upgrade it. The interior is basically 10 years old as it is. So it was that kind of time. Listen, go ahead and get yours. Use the referral code down in the description below. Hey, well, that's it for this video. I just wanted to provide my reactions to the Tesla refresh models. I love cars, so man, it's like a kid in a candy store this week to see, kind of what's been happening, what happened at CES. I'm so blown away by technology and what it does. But that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. This has been The World According to Chris. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to give me a share, like, or a subscribe, or leave a comment below, and I'll make sure that I respond back to you ASAP. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this ride.